Welcome.
What is up, Lindsay motherfreaking Jennings?
Not much, Jasmine Lee. We are. Nothing is black and white.
But we are.
Oh my God.
And
welcome.
I was making sure I didn't have any lipstick on my teeth.
You're good. You're good. Welcome back to our old listeners. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Thank you for listening.
Hi, guys. We know we've been having a lot of difficulties throughout this 2020 of trying to get our podcast started. But I mean, that is literally the definition of 2020 this year. Mm-hmm. So we are starting afresh. We're starting afresh. We're also trying out another new thing, which I feel like this is going to be the thing that we actually go with. Bear with us, people. To our live viewers, hello. Bear with us. If you have any questions, write it in the comment section. We'll get to you later. But first, some of you may not know us.
Yes. So, and if you don't know us, we're going to give you a little introduction for our new podcast listeners, hoping we're going to get some people on these podcast apps. We've been doing this show on Instagram Live for a few months during the pandemic. Jasmine just had her first baby in September.
Did I? No, I didn't. August. Lindsay sucks at birthdays, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I remember your birthday. That's what's important. September 29th. Jasmine had her first baby in August.
Yes.
In August. And so we took a little hiatus. Now we're back getting on the podcast apps for the first time. So we're very excited. This is a show we've been working on for a few years. We've been working together for years, producing comedy shows, live shows, and we're hoping to take this show on the road and do some live shows with it.
We're not hoping. We're taking it.
We're taking it on the road as soon as we can get back on the road.
Exactly.
But if you don't know who we are, let's introduce ourselves. Jasmine.
And we're going to do it through song. I'm Jasmine. I'm Jasmine Lee.
My name is Jasmine.
We did not discuss this. Did you not see her face?
I'm like, oh, we are? Okay.
All right. We're not. I'm Jasmine Lee. I have another podcast that you guys might know me from, People's Party. You also might know me from True TV, HBO Max, BET Plus, and the backgrounds of all of your favorite movies.
She just got on HBO Max 3 days ago. She's like, let me throw this
on there.
Literally.
As soon as I saw that I was on there, I was like, oh shit, let me go update my profile. I mean, my bio.
That was from Laugh Tracks. And as soon as you posted that, I was like, oh shit, am I on HBO too? But nope, not my season. Only the first season's on there so far.
No, they just picked random episodes and put them up.
Oh, so I need to see if I'm on there, but I think I'm only on the Amazon Prime. Which either way, I got a credit from it. So
we're on Amazon Prime too?
It's also you're probably also on Amazon Prime. So you got
Laugh Tracks is also on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my episode. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do not ever do non-union work because now Laugh Track is all over the place and we got paid one time.
You're absolutely right. Oh my God.
Right.
So yeah, you may know her from her podcast, People's Party with Talib Kweli, freaking rap legend. And you may know me from my work with Suicide Girls. I do have lipstick on my teeth. Ugh. I was like, what is happening there? I've been touring with the Suicide Girls since 2013. I started as a dancer with them. I also make music. Jasmine also makes music. We're both multi-talented motherfucking bitches. We're both from New York. We're both not straight. That's the best way to describe us. We are part of the queer community. but we're not full gay either. So we got
I don't know about you. I'm whatever I decide to
exactly
whatever. I'm lying, and that's why the lies are not getting out.
I think the best way to describe it would be pansexual, but I don't really like that name or label.
I'm definitely not pansexual. I'm definitely not smashing anything walking. I have my particulars. Isn't that what pansexual is?
Pansexual doesn't mean you just fuck anything that walks. That would be pretty bad. Pansexual just means that you like who you like. So it could go either way, you know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my B.
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah,
either way. We are not we're comedians. We both are from New York, but we met in LA. We really started doing comedy more in LA.
Long Island, not just New York. We're both from Long Island.
Strong Island, baby.
Which makes it even that much cooler.
And yeah, we didn't know each other in New York, but now we've hung out at our family's houses in Long Island. And I wanted to talk about the first time we met. Do you remember? Do you have a first impression of me?
You know what? Those days, I was always so drunk at that time. I do have, okay. So for those of you who did not know, I used to run the late night room at Next Stage Theater. I actually started open mics at the Next Stage Theater. And Wednesday nights, I would always have, before I started, this was Monday night. It was a Monday night. Because Monday night, I would do open mic. Wednesday night, I would do my actual book show. And so Lindsay came sauntering in on Monday night, and she went on stage, and she did her very, very first set on my stage. Yeah. And I just liked her ever since. As soon as she got on there, I was just like, you know what? We're about to be friends for life.
Yeah, you were like, I like you. You're funny. And I was like, well, I like anybody who likes me. So hello.
And here we are.
Yeah, and you, I think it was definitely one of my first sets at an open mic, but then you booked me for my first ever booked show. So
was it Pussy Power show, or was it just a regular
No, that
show?
was the second show I did for you. The first show we did was Fuck Wednesdays, and it was a Halloween show. I dressed up as Elton John. I forget what you were wearing, though. I remember you had Halloween decorations everywhere, though.
I have no idea what I was wearing. Was I a cloud?
Oh, you were wearing I think you might have been wearing a silvery jumpsuit type situation.
I was a cloud. I was a cloud. I was wearing a painting jumpsuit back in the days when I could squeeze my ass into jumpsuits.
Yeah, no, I can't fit in any clothes from that time period either. And I didn't even have a baby, but yeah, I remember it was exciting because it was my first ever book show and it was a Halloween show. So I, brought a bunch of people out and that's one reason why Lindsay, before we were actually friends, that's one reason why Lindsay always got booked on my show, because Lindsay always bought at least 3 or 4 bitches. Never am sorry queens, but she never not brought somebody. I think that it was probably maybe her 5th or 6th show in when she was like, I'm so sorry, I don't have anyone to bring. And I'm just like, it's all good. You more than did your part. Yeah, I didn't realize how bad the comedy scene is with people bringing people. Nobody brings anybody. And not that it was a bringer show. You didn't have to, but it's like, okay, if you're booked on a show, it's expected that you can bring a crowd, Yeah,
and I didn't have a bringer show because bringer shows are for trashy people. But I did ask people to bring people. And obviously, I would always slide them a little extra time or, let them go up on times they weren't booked. If they supported my show, then I supported them, and that's it.
That's it. And so we've produced shows in New York together since then.
Oh, yes. So, and then now here we are in fucked up 2020.
Oh my God.
I was going through what the kids call photo dump now this year. It's called photo dump. And I was going through because, I always put my pictures out throughout the year. And I realized that when 2020 started, I was excited. Like I was wearing my too tight dress because I was already pregnant and hiding my belly. And I should have known that this 2020 was going to be fucked up because I had to go into it sober.
Yeah, I mean, I really had so many expectations for this year. I booked my first headlining gig early on in the year, way before the pandemic. And I mean, I've done a headlining like bar show before, but that's not the same. This was my first time headlining like a comedy theater. I was supposed to be doing McGuire's out here on Long Island in June, and I was very excited to book my first big headlining show. I also was supposed to be touring with the Suicide Girls, which I've been doing for the last few years, opening their show with my comedy. We were supposed to be going to Canada, Europe, and all over America this year, and obviously that's all postponed till fall 2021, if that even happens. We'll see.
Are concerts even going to be a thing anymore? Because everything is virtual now.
I hope so. I think we need live concerts. By the way, in case you're wondering, we are dressed as flappers for the 20s. For me, it's going to be hopefully the whoring 20s. For Jasmine, maybe just the roaring 20s.
You didn't get to be a whore this year, huh?
It's been really hard for the hoes out here in 2020. We're suffering.
I bet. I don't know about that life anymore. And as far as my child's gonna know, I never knew about it. But Lindsay, what I want to know is what's the most fucked up thing that happened to you personally this year?
Okay, personally, the most fucked up thing that happened to me this year. Okay, I mean, yeah, my tour's being canceled. That was pretty fucked up, but that's more of a career thing. Personally, I've been really good this pandemic, like better than most people I know. I haven't been going anywhere, and as you know, I'm used to being a hoe.
Except for that almost dick that got you sick.
And that's what I was going to say, I guess, was my most fucked up. It didn't happen to me, but I did it. I'm the one who created it. But yeah, it caused drama. I'm out here staying with my parents in New York, and I would be in LA, but my mom literally begged me to stay here. So, and I love her and I'm happy to be here with my family, but it's hard for a hoe. And so in April, we really didn't know.
Here for a pimp.
It's harder for the hoes, man. So in April, we still didn't know how bad this thing was because they were still not even telling us to fully wear masks. Because I remember, I think I went out even without a mask. I fucking don't remember, but I'm very like, you know me, I'm following the social guidelines. But sometimes once I get drunk, I start to, want sex. And so I got wasted and I had my eyes set on this guy who was a comedian, and literally he was just the last hot person that I had met before this happened. And what I like get these crushes, and like in my head I idealize and romanticize the person, so it was like I had to go just have sex with him and get it over with, and that way I would know.
Why are you whispering, Lindsay?
Because my parents are in the other room.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, what the heck?
And I'm fucking loud as hell. I'm over here screaming about it.
I don't think your mom thinks you're a virgin.
I know, but I don't want to. I know that they know.
You don't want to rub it in.
Yeah, I don't want to rub it in, especially that was a dramatic. She was very angry at me for this because she made me shower. She made me shower outside for 2 weeks.
First of all, let's
filthy whore that I am.
The fact that you have a shower outside, because it wasn't just a hose; it was an actual shower.
Yeah, well, it's not like a nice like outdoor shower. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like my dad built a shower in the backyard in a shed.
So when you wanted to be a hoe during COVID.
Oh yeah, no. Because he drives an oil truck, so he smells like oil when he comes home. So he wanted to use that shower instead of using the indoor shower. It's not as privileged as it sounds. I am privileged, but not that privileged.
But for stage purposes, I think you should have just gotten hosed down.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
my mom like bideted outside the door before I was allowed to come in.
What'd you say?
I said my mom bidetted my vagina before you were outside to come in.
By the way, Tushy, give us a bidet sponsor. I'm trying to.
We
Tushy
want
sponsors
bidets.
they sponsor a lot of podcasts. I actually,
Oh my God.
I'm emailing with them right now, so let's hope Tushy will give us a little bidet sponsor so we can. Because you know what, when toilet paper's missing, you need that bidet.
I know, bitch. I'm still bidet. I mean, I'm still toilet papering and bideting. I'm not just gonna go to bideting.
But
and then the shit's just gonna just be, ew, Lindsay. No, you still have to wipe.
Dingleberries. Well, what? Yeah, I mean, what did people do before toilet paper? You know,
well, that's why we don't live there.
We don't live
there. So my fur is making me super warm, and I'm sorry, guys. This is we're rocking our grandma's furs because why are we going slap? And be the last time there was a pandemic, it was like right before the 20s.
Wow, it was. No, but we're also in the 20s. 2020. We're in the next 20s.
Oh,
you're like, why are we dressed as flappers?
I don't even think that a really fucked up thing happened to me. To be honest, the most fucked up thing that happened to me was having a C-section. So I guess I'm pretty blessed. Wow. Because after that C-section, I got a baby. Huh?
That's still hard, though. I can't imagine.
Oh, it was hard. And it was mainly hard because I don't like to ask for help. I like to get up and go and do as I please. And it's pretty impossible to get up and go when your guts have been taken outside.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Body. No, and then put back in. And while my guts were being taken outside of my body, the doctor was talking to his nurses about golf. Like, I'm like, excuse you.
Oh, that would piss me off so much. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, it was like, yeah, I was out there on the golf greens all day yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck? You're inside of my body talking about golfing. Like how disrespectful could you be?
No, seriously. Like, hello, can you focus on the fucking baby that you're taking out of me right now?
Exactly.
How about putting my intestine in the right place? Not talking about where you're putting the golf ball.
Exactly.
Did you yell at them?
I didn't yell at them. I was so busy thinking that I was going to die on the table that I didn't have the strength to say, hey, bitches, stop talking about golf. Not only while you were out playing golf, I was having the worst pain of my freaking life, contracting and I went through 42 hours of labor, 40 hours of labor before I got an epidural. So while you were out golfing, I was dying in agony. I really don't want to hear about your golfing, but whatever.
Was it a white dude?
I love him though, because afterwards, when I went to my checkup, he was showing off my baby's picture to everybody, even like when she was in her alien stage. And when he went down to look at my scar or to check he was like, "Yeah, did that. I did that." And I was like, "Oh, you're cool as fuck. Okay. I like you." Oh all right. God. So do you want to get into some of our top threes of our some are top threes, some are top fives, but our tops of 2020?
Yes, let's do it. Which one should we start with? Let's start what we miss about regular life.
Yeah, let's start what we miss about regular life. All right. The number one thing we miss about regular life are hugs.
Oh, I know. I miss being able to hug my friends. I miss being able to hug you. And also I've always been all over everyone, especially.
And we did extra ass hugs. Like we jumping on people, like we're just doing regular hugs.
Right.
So I definitely miss hugs. What's number two?
Casual sex, for sure. Obviously, for me.
I haven't had casual sex in over a year, so.
Yeah, basically me either. And it's like, yeah, there are people out here doing it, but those people are gross. I'm like, people are like, go on Bumble, Lindsay. I'm like, no, I'm not going on Bumble to meet somebody in a fucking pandemic. No fucking thanks.
Well, you know what? My friend, who I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not, so I'm not, but she was dating during pandemic, and I was asking her, I was like, well, what were you doing? She's like, oh, well, they took a test so they can see me. And I'm like, that really shows that you really want some vagina if you out here taking COVID tests, getting stuff stuck up your nose just so you can stick your penis in a hole.
Yeah, see, I will take it out. It's like the new, like, are you clean? Have you been tested?
Right. Let me see your. But with the COVID test, it's like you can see it away. People can like say, oh, I'm waiting. The COVID test, you get that shit right away. So there's no excuses. And number 3 on our top 3 things we miss about regular life, sharing drinks, and not regular drinks, alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, I miss the fishbowl drinks. I miss like literally just going up to my friend and taking a sip of their drink, like now, and sharing weed too,
Ooh, sharing weed. I also haven't smoked in a while, but during these pandemic days, you got to actually really have your own weed supply. Like, I'm used to mooching and yeah, but as far as casual sex, I'm still a little bit scared to have sex. Because I've been all on Google reading the horror stories about sex after C-sections. And it's just like,
really,
what if my body just falls apart with one?
Is it going to? Is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you'll fall apart.
The nightmares that I've been having. I don't know what happened to our producer. Something happened. She's gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Guys, bear with us on these technical difficulties.
Yes, this is our first episode streaming through this app.
Oh, so. She's back. She's back. Oh, she's driving in the car. She's just doing. She turned her camera off. Oh, okay. I think she's masturbating in the car as she drives. I think that's why. That's what happened.
Let's move on to our next top 3 or top 5. What's our next list?
Where do we go next?
And I got some for you that I didn't tell you about before too.
Oh, let's do top 3 products of 2020.
Products. What do we got here?
All right.
Products that were the hardest to find.
That are hardest to find in 2020.
So the first 2 are obvious.
Yeah, hand sanitizer. You literally could go anywhere and find hand sanitizer, and then they just started making up at home hand sanitizers.
They started selling it was like this shitty margarita. Everyone smells like a dive bar margarita. Alcohol companies that make shit drinking alcohol started making hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it was just bad. Toilet paper, as we know. Lindsay's actually trying to do anti-papering, which I'm not for.
With the bidet, yes. I would like to.
I don't want to.
I'm trying to go zero waste, and I know it's impossible, really. I'm not going to be able to go zero waste, but I'm just trying to reduce my carbon footprint and my carbon asshole print.
And someone's going to be looking up your shit, Lindsay, is what you're thinking? I don't think
it's not about what other people think. It's about doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing for me is using toilet paper. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I don't blame you.
If you bidet your ass without wiping it first, where's the shit gonna go? Are you just gonna sit there and drip the shit out your ass first?
I mean, yeah, I think that's the idea. And then the good bidets also have a dryer as well, so you could dry your asshole after, and it's like a power washer, so you wash your asshole and then you dry it, and then you don't have to use toilet paper. And then finally, the last hardest product to find for me especially was the right dildo. I cannot find it anywhere. I used to have one in 2014 that was the best. They don't sell them like they used to.
I had a live-in dildo.
Wow, there's like a giant TV outside. Somebody's delivering a giant TV to my house, and that doesn't make sense because we just got a new TV. So it must be somebody else's TV that's at my house right now. Anyway.
Oh gosh, hilarious. All right, so next thing that I think we should move on to is the top 3 things grown people should have been doing.
You should have been done.
Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Oopsie.
Y'all should have been doing this prior to 2020. And
okay, number one.
We can say these together. Washing their hands.
And
Number
then two, washing their motherfucking
hands. And number 3, washing their goddamn hands. Why is it that a pandemic had to teach you what you learned as a child?
Yeah, no, seriously. The other thing is people really don't know how to wash their hands. You be seeing these people in the bathroom. They're just like, soap, water, blah, 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 I'm done.
And really, you're supposed to start off with the water, and then you go to the soap, and you get a nice lather. Like almost like you're kind of molesting your hands, you know?
Yes, give yourself a nice massage.
A nice hand massage. And then once that white stuff starts showing, then you can wash it off. It's just like sex.
What's that white stuff? Is this a bit you've been doing on Zoom shows?
This literally just came to my mind. I just realized how close washing hands is to sex.
You got to do a little foreplay. You got to get it wet first, you know?
You got to get it wet first. Got to get you wet first. All right. Oh, there's a comment.
Who do we got here?
And it says, it's from Ronald Austin. And it says, "Hey, Jasmine, you are one of my favorite comedians." Oh my God, Ronald. Thank you so much.
What an important comment to interrupt the show.
Next time you better put Lindsay so she won't care about
You know, if it was me, I'd be like, oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's why she's the white me.
No, you're one of my favorite comedians too.
I have a question for the audience. How often have you guys been washing your hands per day? Don't be shy.
And you know what? If you're like home and you're not doing anything and you're not going anywhere and you're not touching things that other people are going to be touching, that's one thing. But like if you go out, then you best be washing your hands. You know what I mean? If you get the mail, you better wash your fucking hands. If you take a package from the guy, if somebody touches your doorknob, you better sanitize that fucking doorknob, you know?
And also, most importantly, make sure these guys are washing their hands before they enter your doorknobs.
Oh God. You know what? They never do. And you know what? I always was grossed out by that. Like guys having dirty fingernails before they're
trying to finger you.
Ooh, so disgusting. And I've heard people be like, oh, it means they're a working man if they have dirty fingernails. And I'm like, dude, wash your fucking hands before
you can work your ass to the sink. All right. So next one. Oh, that's not it.
Next top 3, the most embarrassing things that grown people had to do in 2020. Okay, number 1 happened for a lot of people.
Back to an ex.
Going back to an ex.
You're not being able to go on dates. You're not getting casual sex. You don't have nowhere to live because your job failed and you didn't have any money. So what'd you have to do? You had to knock back on that ass door like here.
Yeah, if I was in LA and I didn't have a place to stay, I'd be hitting up some exes. if I was here and I didn't have a place. That's true.
Come be my sister wife.
Yeah,
I don't like to clean.
I don't mind cleaning. I do like cleaning. That's always been the places where I have stayed. That's always been my thing. I'll clean, you know. I'll make it look like I wasn't here. I'll make it cleaner than before I came here.
All right. Next thing that they had to do was move back home. And don't worry about that the C is missing in back because, you know, you need to worry about the fact that you're on your mom's couch.
It's a stylized approach to the word back. Yeah, I moved back home. However, I didn't have to.
Oh, sorry, Lindsay. When you're not on the couch, you actually have your own room. And your own bathroom.
Yeah, everybody's like, did you move back to New York? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, but not really. Like, where do I pay my taxes this year? I don't even know.
Where did you vote?
Oh, that's a good question. I voted in Cali, so I have to pay my taxes in Cali, huh? But here's the thing. Yeah, well, okay. It's going to be complicated, but we won't get into that.
Either way, you're in a blue state, so it really does not matter. Yeah. Your state voted correctly. Oh, and the last embarrassing things people are doing was Zoom calls. And not just Zoom calls, it's the jacking off on Zoom call. It's talking about with your show. It's embarrassing your child while they're on their Zoom calls. All of the above is what people had to do.
Or doing Zoom dates, FaceTime dates.
Well, I didn't have that issue either. Did you do any FaceTime dates?
No, but I know people who have. And I'm just like, you know, huh?
Do you have any sex Zoom calls?
I did, but people paid for them. Yes, I got
money. Don't let that money make you, boo boo.
I got more into the internet work in this here pandemic.
Well, listen, whatever you did, you were able to buy Coco multiple gifts, so I ain't mad at it. You feel me?
There you go. Got that good baby shower gift.
Yes. Although one of your gifts is still missing.
What the fuck?
I have no idea what happened to it. It has to be in this house somewhere, and I'm looking for it because now she needs it.
Oh, so it arrived though.
Yo, it got here. It just disappeared.
Because I had a package lost. I had my guitar, which I still don't know how to play properly. I had it shipped from LA to New York because it's like a sentimental guitar that I got from, Tim Armstrong from Rancid. If you guys know, he's a punk legend. Lead singer.
Oh, I think you dropped a name over there on your.
Oops, let me pick that up real quick. Yes. Well, anyway, I was going to be very upset if the guitar got lost, and my friend shipped it to me in September. It just came here this morning. So we have hope for the lost packages out there, you guys. Keep your fingers crossed.
I'm going to say that I never got my high chair and see if they still go with that. I'm going to try it today.
If they'll send it back. Amazon's tough, though. Amazon's tough. They are a conglomerate, and they will...
they usually just give me my money back. Okay. They've given me my money back plenty of times before. All right. Next. Oh, if you guys hear the horns out there, it's because I live in the hood. So what can you do? All right. Top 3 most shocking moments of 2020 that weren't that shocking. Number 1. Okay. Murder hornets.
Murder hornets. As fucking terrifying as these things are, literally nothing surprises us now, right? In 2020, it was like, oh, of course the murder hornets are introduced now. These murder hornets are, if you don't know, they're called murder hornets because they murder bees. They literally decapitate bees. And if you know anything about the environment, you know that bees are very important to the environment and to the whole ecosystem. So this is not a good thing that's happening. Luckily, they seem to rest through the winter. Speaking of,
I was just about to say that I got organic honey, and I was just going to wait for you to be proud of me. But you can go about speaking on saving the bees. So I love organic honey.
Yeah, so I don't know how we're supposed to save the bees, honestly, with this murder hornet thing, but I know that the murder hornets rest in the winter. Let's just hope they don't come back full force or worse next year.
But they're not murdering us; they're murdering bees.
Right, which eventually is murdering us as well because the whole ecosystem will get fucked up. But the whole ecosystem's already getting fucked up by humans because of plastic and all their bullshit. But we won't go too far into that.
All right, number 2, monoliths.
So I don't know if you've seen these, Jasmine, but there's been several monoliths placed in random parks across the world. There's been one in California, they've been all over the world. I don't remember exactly where, but people are thinking that they're placed there by aliens. We don't know if they're placed there by aliens or artists, but either way, nobody's surprised. And that ties in number 3. Ex-Israeli official says there's aliens on Earth.
Alien.
And honestly, I kind of knew there were already. Still not sure that I'm from here, but I definitely believe there are aliens here. They're at least around. Don't know what they're doing. I know you might not believe that as much as I do, but hey.
I definitely believe there's aliens. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope that there's like a space station because I freaking love Xenon Girl of the 21st Century, and we are in the 21st century, but yet we're not living on a space station. So I would love for that to be I would love for that to be true, and I also would love to meet an alien as long as they don't try and abduct me. But I would love to learn from an alien and an alien to learn from me and maybe be my little friend and, for us to grow and hang out together. And maybe do some mushrooms with an alien. Ooh!
And if we all have like a Google Translate app that translates like alien talk to human talk, you know?
Right.
Because I have plenty of friends who don't speak the same language as me because of Suicide Girls. So like we'll have fun like doing physical comedy with each other. We won't even understand what we're saying, but something will be funny because we can see what's happening, you know? But then we'll be on the phone Google translating. So one day, hopefully, that's where we'll be with aliens. Now we have we got one more graphic. We got celebrities.
Oh, here it is. Top celebrities we thought could never catch COVID. Number 1, Jeremiah, the R&B sensation. Number 2, Kevin Hart. Number 3,
I believe that Kevin Hart could have got it because you know what? We all know he's a whore. We all know. We know his wife's got him. We know his wife's got him whipped now because I fucking was parked. Look at me. I'm name dropping about his bus driver. I was parked next to his bus, and his bus driver told me. No, but our tour bus was parked next to his tour bus, and I have to have my cigarette holder for this.
Oh my God. I feel like some tea needs to be sipped for this one.
Yeah. And the bus driver said every night Kevin Hart would fly home to his wife because she had him that whipped after she found out he cheated every night.
Oh, yeah, that was on the documentary.
No matter, oh really? I didn't watch it yet. No matter where he was, he flew home. So we were in Virginia when we were parked in the same hotel as them, and he flew home every night so that she knew.
But that also shows a man that wants his family, that loves his family, and that is willing to do what it takes. Because at the end of the day, not only did you cheat, you publicly cheated, and that is way worse than just silently cheating or being a nobody. Yeah. And not to mention, she was pregnant. Oof. So if he has to fly home every day in order to make her feel better, then you go, Kevin Hart. I thought that was because special when they were like going back and forth talking about whose dirty friends gave them COVID. Fucking hilarious. Because it's like now placing the blame. It was your friend. It was him. It was Bob. I don't know.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm typing the wrong thing. Okay. Khloe Kardashian. I was shocked that she got COVID. Because I feel like they don't really need to go anywhere.
They're so rich, yeah.
They can literally have somebody do everything. They could have quarantined together. But I think if my mind serves me right, I think she got it like in the beginning before it was like lockdowns and we really knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm. And what about Tiffany Haddish? How'd she get it?
Tiffany Haddish. I had no idea she had COVID, and we interviewed her, and she didn't say anything about it. I think she got it after that, but I was a little shocked too because she was at Dave Chappelle's summer camp, but I know they were getting tested frequently.
And then we have The Rock, who we know.
The Rock didn't catch anything. Are you kidding me? It's freaking Rock.
Of course, he was asymptomatic. He didn't have any symptoms. He didn't actually get sick. He just had it. That's it.
Yeah, I was shocked at The Rock. And then lastly, Keisha Lance Bottom, which is the mayor of Atlanta. But I don't know if I'm that shocked because Atlanta never really closed in the first place. So, oh shit. Yeah. Atlanta never really closed in the first place. So I wouldn't be shocked if anybody could get COVID in Atlanta.
But you went to Atlanta once. Right?
I'm going back. But the difference between me going to Atlanta and those other people, I'm not up in the strip club with no mask on. I'm in the house just, relaxing.
You think that Keisha Lance Bottom's in the strip club with no mask on?
She was definitely not in the strip club. I mean, shit, she is. It is Atlanta. But, I'm not going to put my girl. I think that she just got it in passing or maybe like doing a speech or maybe when Trump came to Atlanta, he left over some of his germs.
Oh yeah, I mean Trump clearly spread this coronavirus more than anybody else. He was having super spreader events. He didn't promote masks, so I bet somebody in his circle probably is responsible for her getting it. And then
let's talk about how many celebrities. When we were looking up who all got COVID, it was so many people: Ellen, Madonna, Pink. Everybody got COVID. I felt like I should have gotten it so I could be one of the celebrities. I'm just God,
I think that especially a lot of these affluent people who make a lot of money, they're rich. They think, oh, I'm not going to get it, because that's how it's spreading on Long Island too. Is a lot of these affluent, like 20-year-olds, a lot of little white kids running around. They don't think that, including friends of mine who I know who I've seen going to fucking mansion parties and then
white friend, Lindsay.
That makes me happy. Yes,
I know how to tug your heartstrings. Lindsay's love language is telling her she doesn't have white friends.
I'm like, I know you guys forget I'm white sometimes, but one of my friends couldn't spend Christmas with her family because she was going to too many parties. But I do want to, before we end our top 3, I want to mention a few that I haven't told you that I want to shock you with. These are real life horrors of 2020. You know, I had to throw in some horror. So here's one, okay, that I read about yesterday. There was a woman in Australia, and this is not the first time that this happened. This woman had a cyst in her brain. They removed the cyst and they cut it open. And can you guess what it was full of?
Pus?
Larva.
Liquor?
It had larva in it. It had maggots in it. Can you imagine you had a tumor in your brain and then you find out there were literal maggots eating your brain? Like, I didn't know that this was a thing that can happen. And so now I have a whole new fear.
Bentley, it was me. I can't believe it. And neither can Bentley.
And then there's also a new type of worm that was discovered, a hammerhead worm. It's a poisonous worm, and they can reproduce. When you cut them up, you don't want to cut it. You want to, like, I didn't even know how you would kill it, because when you cut it up, it can reproduce by being cut up.
Oh my God, Lindsay, why are you looking this stuff up?
I had to add something disgusting. And
grueling.
Lastly, there was also a new poisonous furry caterpillar discovered in America. That looks like a furry caterpillar, but it will poison you. So these are some of the horrors of 2020.
With that being said, I'm ready to get the hell up out of 2020. What are your New Year's resolutions?
New Year's,
for this year.
I don't always set New Year's resolutions because I don't like setting myself up for failure first thing in the beginning of the year. But my main one is just being kinder to everyone, and mostly to myself, because, I think we're all the hardest on ourselves. And right now it's a really tough time being alone all the time, spending a lot more time alone, away from other people, with your thoughts. People are depressed, people are struggling with mental health. So, and it seems like everybody's on edge right now. It seems like people are just being ruder to each other, even just going to the grocery store. And then it's like, oh, you just assume like, oh, that bitch is probably a Republican. And she's looking at me like, oh, that's a fucking liberal, Look at that radical leftist. So I just feel like I just feel like everybody's so against each other. So my main thing is to be kind to everyone, even the people that I don't agree with, even as much as I hate what they believe in. I still have to be kind to them, because it would be, a lot of people are going against what they believe by being so against each other. It's like you're saying that you believe one thing, but then you're talking all this shit about these people. You know what I mean? You got to practice what you preach.
My New Year's resolution. I'm now part of the group, is to lose this 20 pounds.
No,
I'm praying that next year. That's not. I know, diet culture, but I gotta get rid of it. I need my sexiness back. Like I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, oh. And I know I just had a baby.
The way to do that is through my New Year's resolution, practice radical self-love. And the more you love yourself, the more likely your body is to snap back. I feel like I really believe that your mind controls a lot more than you think. It really does.
I'm gonna make love to my body, so hopefully she'll
and you look beautiful and amazing, and you gave birth to a human being. So and plus,
I don't know,
and I hate this. I hate this, but as we get older, we also are more likely to gain weight. It just comes with age sometimes. I hate it, but it's true.
It really does. It really does. But I need to get rid of it. I will be nicer. I want to really start getting into my therapy and not missing appointments. And I want to just be able to better deal with problems when it comes to loved ones. I can deal with problems with strangers, no problem. But when you care about, it's like you shouldn't just be saying F you. You need to figure out ways to healthily deal with things. So that is what I want to do.
I agree with that because I've had hard times sometimes, you know, and I think that you're the quickest to be rude to the people you love because you're comfortable with them. So you're the quickest to snap on them. As a stranger, you're not going to be as quick to snap. So I too want to be kinder, get along with my mother. It's hard when you're quarantined with people, you know?
I bet, because I mean, I'm happy that my mother is not here. We get along great because I can go and visit, and then if she's watching, I love you, Mom. So happy that our relationship has went to the next level this year. Aww. But you know, I'm really happy that we have distance.
I want to remind you of one thing. I want to remind you of something from your last one, from your last New Year's resolution. If you lose that weight, you're gonna lose those titties too.
You leave my titties alone.
Don't you want to keep them? That's like 20 pounds right there.
All right, then maybe I just want to lose 15 pounds. This is my baby. I just want to honestly, I just want to lose my stomach. I'll keep the hips, the ass, and my newfound boobies. And I'm gonna keep my boobs because I'm gonna breastfeed until Coco's 18.
Yeah, right.
So guys can hate me. I'm gonna actually pump until she's 18. So I'll keep.
Wow. I mean, you'll save a lot of money on.
I surely will. I won't have to buy no almond milk. No, I'm just. Her friends are gonna be over. Her friends are gonna be over. They're like, this is weird. Because someone's parents complaining that I gave their child my breast milk.
Right. You know. They're like, let me go get milk. You're like, oh, it's in a fountain. And you go behind like a door. It's like a glory hole. It's just your breast squeezing milk out. I will tell you guys, Jasmine's coming to New York in March, and I am going to try her.
And she's going to taste my breast milk. We're going to film it. I might even try and pump enough for a latte. And we'll see. But Lindsay is going to be the first one to taste my breast milk. Everyone else has turned me down. But Lindsay is a real friend, and she's going to taste my liquid gold. So I cannot wait. Maybe she'll really get some of my attributes. I don't know, but we'll see.
My skin starts turning black.
Oh my God. You go back. If you see Lindsay and she gets color, it's not blackface, it's my titty milk.
my dreams come true in 2021.
Oh my God. Hilarious. We're not kidding. She is going to taste my milk, but I don't think she's going to get any melanin from it. But she is
We'll see. So
lastly, go on.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say we're gonna be wrapping up soon. We have a few minutes left, so we want to talk about our biggest accomplishments of 2020. What was your biggest accomplishment this year, Jasmine?
I have a couple of big accomplishments. As we know, my biggest accomplishment was bringing Queen Coco into the world. Thank you. But I also started getting paid at one of my dream jobs. I did an appearance on HBO Max. I did my first red carpet interviews for the Grammy Shack. We're allowed outside. So I got to do that. What else? I had a lot. I was a part of the #1 podcast. This one's going to be following up. And it's 2 different categories, so we don't have to worry about the competition, which is amazing. And I've just grown as a person. I became a mother. Like, that's crazy.
Changes you.
This time last year I was pregnant, but the time before that,
nobody ever expected. Everybody thought you were a lesbian. First of all, nobody thought you even had an option to get pregnant.
Yeah, what's that? Well, you have options.
But
people my and asking me if I did in vitro or if I did I had a donor, and I was like, I just had a little bit of dick. That's all. Maybe a lot of bit of dick, but
you're like, I just delved into the straight well.
Yeah, I just took a swim in some cum. Vagina first.
He took a swim, really, and then they took a swim.
Oh,
so
yeah.
My biggest accomplishment.
He had to throw out his life vest because he was about to drown, and his life vest was in the form of cums.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I didn't have such a miraculous life-changing event in 2020. But I definitely have spent a lot of time by myself, learning about myself, working on myself. I guess my biggest accomplishment of 2020 would be paying off my debt. Which, I mean, I feel almost guilty saying, because I know a lot of people are really suffering right now, and
you don't have
really
to feel guilty saying that. Like, other people are suffering, you're not discounting them, but you can still be happy for your accomplishments.
Yeah. And you know what? I've donated more money this year than I ever have in my life, because I made more money than I ever have in my life. But I've had the opportunity to help other people as well. So that's one good thing. You know, at least I'm not one of those people making more money and fucking like all these freaking billionaires. Don't get me started. There's like 50 billionaires in this country who made 600 billion or million extra dollars this year, and they could help out everybody who's struggling right now. But are they? No.
Yet we're only getting $600 for a second stimulus.
Oh, it's disgusting. But yeah, so it makes me sick that, like, you know, people like me who are still in a very small pay bracket are helping out other people while these billionaires are just sitting in their mansions doing nothing. But at least there are good people like us, and we are sharing, and we're doing the best we can. And so even though it's been a fucking hell of a year, we've still accomplished huge things. I paid off my debt after 7 years of having debt for moving to LA. Huge, like Trump. You had a fucking human. You had a human. And we've done a lot, so I'm proud of us.
Yay. Someone made a comment that says sake. I don't know what that means.
You mean rice wine? It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. They're trying to derail the show.
And then love the show. Happy stay alive.
Yes.
Well, I've had a wonderful 2020 and I'm ready to say goodbye. And we are ready to embrace 2021. You are going to look out for tons of Nibao, which is nothing is black and white, but we are. You can catch us if you have an iPhone. And if you don't have an iPhone, then you should probably stay in 2020. But if you have an iPhone, you can catch us on Clubhouse. We're going to be doing all types of random chats. So come holla at your girls. And we want to send a shout out to our beautiful producer, Dicey Douglas. I don't know why I said her last name like that. And that's it for me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jasmine, for coming. Thank you, Dicey. Thank you, everyone listening. Please stay tuned. We will be working out our little hiccups. Each episode will get better. We'll be releasing an episode every week, so make sure you check it out on all places you can find podcasts and live on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you, and see you guys next week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Love ya.